Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi1907 here, and you're watching my blind playthrough 100% of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. In the last video, we left off in the Vote Forge with now 41% scans. Yeah, that's a big jump. 11% items and about 2 hours played. It certainly shot up quite a bit. Our autosave and sands are a little bit more balanced out, but looks like the autosave is not as kind as I thought. It's pretty much just saves between the areas, so we definitely do need to still use our save stations. Anyways, we left off in the Vote Forge where we ran into some Vinkidites who were actually trying to fight us. We had a struggle in one of those cases, actually, which led to our unfortunate demise for the first time in this playthrough. Hopefully, it's gonna be the last time that happens, but I imagine it will not be the last time that happens. So, basically, we found out to get our next upgrade, we pretty much need to activate all the different artifacts around the area, and in this case, it's, secrets. Oh, that's how we, get this back. Ah, there we go. Took a while to remember what the accelerate button was. This is a new game, to be fair. Okay, they have some obstacles this time around. I assume we can't run into those. But we'll just ignore them. Lots of obstacles. What is with all these crates and going here? Okay, they don't seem to destroy the bite. They just slow it down a bit. Okay. Into the new area we go. Tower 3 to Tower 1. So now we're at Tower 3, which is perfect. Viola Suit upgrade system. Adds heat-resistant features to the Viola Suit. Activated by the Link Spinner. Oh, but we need Boost Ball to get that. So we need to... When we get Boost Ball, we need to return here. Tower 3 to Tower 2. Route for transferring Viola from Tower 2 to final certification. Once certification is complete, the vehicle is shipped. Terminal for transferring Viola to final certification. Also performs shipment management. Currently offline. What a shocker. I've seen that a bunch of times. Route for shipping Viola after receiving final certification. Uses rail for transport. Shutter, gaining access to the tester. Link to the nearby map station. Activate a Tower 3 map hologram will lock the shutter. Isoscope of displaying vehicle manufacturing Tower 3 hologram. Download authorized test circuit entry granted. Alright. Our last map of this area. This time for here. This time around, I don't think the mass station is missable because before it actually disabled the scan after you, like, went into it for the first time, but in this game, you could still scan it, and I'll prove that to you. Like, see, it still lets you scan it. It's not viewable, though. It actually isn't a scan at all this time around. Tower 2 Lightning Absorption Generator System. Activation complete. Operating at full power. Tower 1 Lightning Generation lightning is absorption generator system activation complete. Operating at full power. So we had to do those two first before we could even go there. Okay, this is very different. There is no side save point. Instead, we just have a random route that leads down below here for some reason. Does that mean there were actually only 2 towers this whole time? Yeah. We might just be able to take this down here. Okay. We just waltzed in here, not knowing if there might be a scan or not, but... Green's driver. Today we'll be conducting Viola performance and combat trials. Directions will be provided in each trial. Performance will factor into final vehicle certification. As a reminder, 3 test courses must be completed before Viola is delivered to the certification supervisor. What is this? Some kind of Mario Kart racing simulator all of a sudden? Look, it has a track and everything. Yeah, we're playing a racing game now. In Metroid. Okay, we each have objectives to do, and this first one says complete a full lap in under 50 seconds. We just started the lap now. Since they are using a bike, it's a lot like a motocross Grand Prix, actually. And more like other realistic potential driving simulators. If it was like Mario Kart, they would probably also have power-ups. I just mentioned that because, like, we've played a Mario Kart game on this channel before, and I was quite excited to play it, actually. Yeah, okay, if we cut the corners, this should be pretty easy to do. Yeah, that was really easy. Now we need to use our boost ability to destroy these targets. So now we get a boost, which we have to use to destroy these targets as they appear. We're basically learning how to boost our Viola. And we can hold down it for a bit if we choose to. Power slide enabled. After boosting, press B. The power slide. Ah! Oh, we need to use the power slide. Oh, wait, hang on. We need to boost, then power slide. Yeah, that makes more sense. I see. Oh, wait, so we have to boost and then slide like this. Not gonna lie, I'm not getting any of these dolls. Ugh. It said to hold B. Oh yeah, no wait, I have to press it twice. That's why it was so confusing. I need to press B once and then press B again to actually get it to work. Okay. Well, tricky. Why would I want to do that, though? There must be a reason for it. Use L to slowly move Viola forward or backward. Alright. So, yeah, this game suddenly went from co-ed stuff to, I mean, well, I guess more or less 3D Metroid in its finest, to now we're doing racing. But apparently there's also combat associated with it, which is really weird. Wait, if we have to scan stuff, then how in the heck am I supposed to get any scans here? I have no clue. Okay. Okay, it straight up just refuses to scan anything. Yeah, okay, we have to use this no matter what. Okay, now we're on a much tighter track this time, so we just got moved to a completely different course now. Interesting. Scan the fire target? Oh, this teaches us we can scan targets while we're in the visor. We can actually do that. Test hologram. Simulates a flying mechanoid. Okay. Now what do we do? Use the Viola projectile to destroy stuff. Okay, so this teaches us that we might have to do a fight on bike occasionally. Oh, now we have to initiate boots to catch up to this one. There we go. Easy enough. Use the multi-target function to destroy 3 targets. Hold A to lock on. And you can hit multiple targets simultaneously. Okay. Okay. I did not hold it properly, but that was just because I wanted to scan and see if it's changed, but nope. I assume there might be a boss battle where we'll have to do this. Yeah, this just got really tough to do now all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Took a bit to catch up. This is a blind player. Of course, we're gonna probably take a while to get through this. Alright, guess we're going to this elevator. So we're just basically going through everything. Wait, the shooting stuff. Maybe that is our Mario Kart power-up. So it's basically like we're firing shells then. Green shells, like we can just fire it, except it's pretty spammable and is unlimited, so that's cool. I figured we might get a power-up like that. Prepare Viola for the final test. Alright. So now we know that we can use this psychic, our scan visor, in the middle of this. Okay. Viola test hologram marauder, a simulation of a Mario program to mimic its behaviors. The program could be projected only on the test circuit. It doesn't tell us what our health is yet. Probably because it's just a test, which means it's probably infinite that we have. But I assume if we were playing this in real, we would take damage from these. Oh, now? Oh, wait. Now we actually have health. Okay, this is a problem. Oh, jeez. We can't even get close to scan these things. They just keep coming in. I swear, sometimes the trickiest part is just trying to scan these freaking things. I'm probably pressing the wrong button for the scan to work. Sorry if this looks weird, but I'm trying to scan the thing, and it keeps running away instead. But it's not like it matters anyways. I think it's just a different enemy type. Well, it's like... Oh. Oh, now we finally got it. Viola test hologram. Aeronaut. A simulation of the aeronaut parental to the spheres. The hologram can only be jetted on the test circuit. Okay, well, we got one of them, but the other ran away because of what it did before. I like how now it briefly displayed our health, proving we can take damage, but it's still only a hologram, so we don't actually have real enemies yet. Okay. Oh, they are just the same as before, except now it's a mix of the other enemies we've already seen. Okay, those ones are probably easier to... They get stunned pretty easily and can be destroyed in a matter of seconds. Okay, good. At least we're hitting them multiple times. Yeah, the lockout seems to be helping us take them out. Alright. Well, now we scanned them. It's much easier. Going for scans in these missions is kind of tricky. It says proceeding to transport, so now we need to take this elevator again. Why do I have a feeling we're going to have to come back here to do stuff? Alright, well, now we know that we can use Scan Visor during this. Makes it a little easier. Mind 3D Razor Scan. Performs quality checks by examining completed Viola at a molecular level. Adding tunnel management basin. Oversees final certification of ship Viola. Offline and disconnected from the administration AI. Here's our save. It just doesn't come until after we do this. So this whole tower is actually split into a few parts then. What we just did was the first section. Now we can save here, and now we actually have to probably turn on the third tower as well. Interesting. Well, let's go to our map then and see. Yeah, we went from the start of the tower, which was all the way up here in just this other area, to now we're down here. So our levels were basically just... Yeah, we're basically just a racing simulator, like I said before. Central Data Hub. Link for the Administration AI, which handles factory operation as well as final Viola certification. The Administration AI mobile housing is missing. Oh, these are the marauders we've already been fighting now. So we've already been fighting marauders, it's just we might have to fight them while riding at some point. Okay, well now Viola cannot be summoned. Which tells me we cannot use it in this area. This is the only thing we can send here, anyways. Structure allows revealed tunnels not found in the structural planes. Unauthorized area on the lowest level detected. Which tells us that something weird is gonna happen. Okay, fine enough. Bedrock blocking an opening containing an object. The bedrock could be shattered by using explosive impact. Not that, though. Oh, missiles work! Ooh. Oh, we found some enemies here. Oh, they're just mechanoids that we fought earlier. But this is different. Oop. I want to scan this first. Psychic container. Stores items prepared by the laser of other piece to be given to the chosen one. Opened using telekinesis. The last thing you know that moving along the straight path will release the lock. The container will then vanish. Okay, we got a new container now. I guess we could have seen this sooner, but only now just got access to it. And now we get to use our stick. Let's open this up. And it's a missile suspension. We have very low missiles anyway, so it's nice to have some more of those. We're up to 30 missiles now. We haven't really been getting as many missiles fast like we did in the original game. But we're bound to get some more soon. Ugh, nothing to scan. Yeah, okay, no time like the present. Watch, this is gonna be a boss battle. Big open area. Usually equals big boss battle. Yep, here we go. I'm glad we know now that we can destroy those green orb crystals. We'll be able to probably get some of those back eventually. Ooh, we got a robot to face for once. Xelios. So this is our next boss. Organic Artificial Intelligence Morphology is Xelios. Developed by Lamorne to manage Volt Factory's entry and installed to organic sphere. Fusion with a Metroid has made it uncontrollable. Oh, and we can look more directly from here. It says, it continued to follow instructions through and beyond extinction with Lamorne, with factory output persisting. And so it's a counter with a Metroid. Fusion with the Metroids prevents Xelios from making decisions, causing instructions to be forgotten before it bodies itself into a battle AI. It survives several attack methods, including beam attacks using converted electricity that prevent enemy movement. Ooh, be movement prevented? Oh boy, that's not great. Also, we keep seeing these things modified by the Metroids, which means we're probably going to see more of the Metroids at some point. It moves using gravity control, which also enables it to defend its core by forming a wall of metal panels. Let's start by trying to go between it. Okay. That destroyed something. Oh, we don't even need to use the other stuff. And we can destroy its green balls, too. Okay, so we could just keep shooting the green things as they come flying. And then we could destroy part of Helios. It's called Xelios, but I prefer to call it Xelios. But yeah, we can just shoot stuff and then reveal its opening, at which point we could then shoot in its center. So it's a lot like, I forget. Some other bosses from other Nintendo games where you have to destroy their central part to reveal a weak point, and then you need to destroy that weak point by basically using missiles on its center when it's exposed. But eventually it gets pissed and just starts running, and then you have to do stuff. That's basically what Xelios is. Oh, whoa, jeez, he went really close by. Can we scan these? No, we can't. So that's weird. So we could scan the plant boss's tentacles earlier from a long time ago, but we cannot scan this dude's orbs for some reason. Okay, that was surprisingly not a lot of damage, actually. Okay, we need to shoot these first. That's how we actually reveal his weak point. Yeah, I think we're supposed to use free aim to destroy these more easily, then use that to get around his barrier. Oh, these are purple. Oh, that's different. I don't really know how to hit Xelios with missiles, unfortunately. Might be easier to just spam him, actually. Depending on what boss it is, it might be easier to do more consistent damage by just pelting him with spam pellets. And this one tells us, yeah, just as I thought. We need to use free aim to more consistently hit this boss's weak point. Otherwise, it's really hard to hit him. There's the shot. Okay, that's the shock that we were warned about earlier. But we could destroy some of these to get stuff done. I'm not sure if we're supposed to dodge that. I think we're supposed to do something else against that. Don't stop shooting, Thanos. Don't stop trying to get healing either. We need healing more than anything, really. Okay, we defeated that. Back up to free energy tanks again. Oh. Okay, we moved away from it in time this time. We were ready for that. I don't think the shot can be dodged, but by just immediately going into Morph Ball form and placing a bomb, we can get rid of that way. By destroying these, we can keep getting health as well. What if we tried missiling it? Like, what if we tried taking it head on? No. Okay, well, I guess we probably were supposed to use Morph Ball there too, then. I don't see why else we could avoid that. With that, that's honestly, that dash right there, that is just as annoying. I'm gonna call her out right now. That dash was just as annoying as Meta Ridley's dash. If you know Meta Ridley, he has a really tough to avoid dash. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, jeez, now what is he doing? Ah. Come on. Even more things. Yeah, our only hope is to keep destroying these. Maybe missiles will help destroy multiple of them faster. I haven't really been using missiles a lot. Maybe we should try doing that. That took us a lot of health out. Okay, Xelios is a little bit tougher than the other bosses so far. He may have ways to heal against. I don't really think there's a way to... Oh, okay. Like I said, I guess it is just... Maybe it's just luck. Maybe we just have to dash and hope for the best. I don't know how we could avoid that otherwise. Ugh. This looks so hard to deal with, man. Just a lot of things here. It's so easy to get overwhelmed. You just need to keep hitting him. Okay. Oh, this is easier, I guess. Yeah, if we move one way or another, it'll allow us to get through that. Just keep shooting the middle thing, Samus. That's all I care about. Hit that middle core with the Viper fins on it. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. There we go. Got him. That was a really tough fight. I'm not gonna lie. He had me worried there for a second. Had to fight tooth and nail for that one. If that was hard mode, we probably would have died, but okay, well, we're being rewarded really nicely now, at least. I am gonna check to make sure I have this guy's hand, by the way, because like all the other bosses, this boss is missable as a scan, but none of his projectiles need to be scanned this time, thankfully. I didn't think to scan those. By the way, I'm pretty sure a lot of people missed those projectiles during that plant fight we experienced earlier, the first time we fought him. Because, like, nobody knows that, probably knows that you have to scan those to get a scan. Anyways, there we go. We got the Psychic Jump Boots. Basically our Space Jump Boots, which enables the second jump while pressing. And Psychic platforms can now be stood on once they've materialized, which means we actually get to go back to some of the other areas we've gotten, because now we can actually get some expansions, finally. So that means we might have to actually go backwards a bit. Why is that? Because we're going to get an expansion once we do so. And the Space Jump Boots are always the most important item in these kind of Metroid games, because now that we have that, we get a lot of movement. Alright. Sacred Sign teleports the Chosen One to Jen. Let's do it. Oh, we don't even have to look at it. We just, yeah, we don't even have to scan it. We just look at the thing and that allows us to grab stuff. And here's our second teleport key. So these are basically our artifacts now in this game. So instead of artifacts, we get master teleporter keys that we have to acquire. And whenever we get 5 of these, we can probably beat the game afterwards. One key is required to activate the Master Teleporter in Curl Tower. A total of 5 keys must be collected. Alright. And that's that. We're done with that part. And now we have the Space Jump Boots and the game fully healed us. Holy crap. That was good because we were kind of hurting for health before. Oh, and now we get to pull these psychic platforms into stuff. Into Vision. Yeah, okay, so now they go from invisible to now that we have the Space Jump Boots, they can be walked on like any other platform. Alright. Sorry if I am using the scan visor a lot, but in a blind playthrough of a Metroid Prime game, when you're also trying to go for all the scans, you kind of get used to having to pull out the scan visor every so often. Oh, I never saw this door. Power distribution device. Administration AI connection severed stopping alteration. Electric shot to its conduct of fate will cause it to function briefly. Forget about that. We need to save. That's the important part. Whenever we get done with something like this, we need to save first and foremost. Anyways, I think it's time to finally do some backtracking, because we did notice a couple of missiles back in the other areas, but now that we have the Psychic Jump Boots, we can actually go to those Psychic platforms. So I think our first order of business is to go back there and get those items. Distribution maintenance hats. Neural device operation suspended, appears loose and could be torn free. Oh, that tells us we might need some kind of something. Large link to the nearby power distribution device. The doors will lock when the device is operational. Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. Let's try the trick vein again. By trick, I mean, yeah, you can just kind of hover a bomb in midair. Then grab the bomb and maybe use it to do something. You could use this to open a lot of doors here. Unfortunately, it's locked, so, yeah, I guess we can use that. Alright. Now we have to use Viola to go back here. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. Okay, I need to back up here. For some reason... Okay, that was not working anytime soon. Let's move Viola over here instead. There we go. Oh, it tells us where we can go. Okay, we need circuitry. Because, we don't want to go back to our test circuits. I don't think there's anything in there that's reasonable. Because, those test circuits probably don't have any... maybe... I don't know. Okay, maybe now that has actually gotten me a little curious. Let's try one first and see what happens. I know it probably shouldn't be doing this, but I do wonder what happens if you return to these after you've already gone in. I know we were forced into that storyline mechanic by that boss fight, but what if we just return right here and go straight to just racing for a bit? What happens, I wonder? So this is the first test course. What if we just start driving around? Oh, okay, it just restarts the tutorial again. Okay, so all this does is reteach us about the stuff. Okay. So if we come back here, it just tells us to complete the yada 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 again. So nothing really changes here, unfortunately. I wonder if there might be a missile expansion here. That's why we came back initially. But I guess nothing's happening. So we're just gonna go in here. And we're gonna get out of here. So now we should also be able to use the other Viola stuff outside too, so we should also be able to leave now. I mean, now we can maybe explore the desert at our free will more easily instead of not being able to explore it at all. And thanks to our new improved scan visor, we should also be able to scan whatever comes our way now. Alright, okay then. Let's start with this. Check this out. Alright. Well, since we need to get some extra secrets, yeah, I would say that, we have to, you probably want to cut those out, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I do not cut out backtracking because I want to show you guys how I do these specific areas. That way you have an idea of what to do. Anyways, the reason why we're going back here is because when we went to the other towers, we noticed that there were some sidekick platforms available on some of the side areas. I couldn't remember which, so we'll probably have to go through both of them just to check, but one of those towers actually had sidekick platforms next to it. That means we can actually, if we go back into the towers we already cleared and go through them again a second time, then we can actually enter the psychic platform area and actually do stuff. I just realized we could probably skip all these dudes if we're fast enough, because they're somewhat slow. We could probably just ignore them. We could even use a charge beam thing, the control beam, to stun them briefly if we really need to. Yeah. So, yeah. So now what we're gonna do is go back through this area again. It might have been the first tower and not the other tower, but that's fine. We'll save anyways. And we'll try just using our Morph Ball to get through more faster. For those of you who don't know, yes, the Morph Ball is the faster way to move in this game. Also shrinks your hitbox, making it easier to avoid enemies. And you can open doors with it as well. Okay, no psychic platforms here. Jeez, those turrets are the most annoying. Okay, we cannot have them in here. Oh, I just also realized something. I saved, right? Yeah, I definitely saved. I could do a load abuse, actually, and not have to come back here. Or, we could actually just take a death on purpose if we're far down enough. But I don't want to take it right now, obviously. We need to get down to the lower part first to see if there is a psychic platform. But if there isn't, we could always just take an intentional death and come right back to where we need to be. I, however, do not want to risk messing up stuff. Okay, this is an easier room to navigate. So, in reality, I should have just taken out the enemies over there. Oh, hello. This thing is partially already down the elevator. This is the one that stopped beforehand. Okay. Cool room, but not much else to see here otherwise. Ooh, okay, somehow that thing wasn't on. How was I supposed to see that coming? He was really right in my face. Okay. A little annoying. This is my one problem with rushing, is it could get you destroyed, but that's not what we plan on doing anyway. Whoa, this can damage us too. We're discovering all sorts of new things we shouldn't normally see. Oh, okay, that's... Oh wait, no. Now I remember. It's in the first tower, and the psychic one is until later. Do we have a weird auto thing we could do in miscellaneous? No. Oh, this is so weird. Wait. Sorry, I'm looking, because sometimes you could just choose to... Oh, okay, here it is. We could just, Oh, and it tells you... Okay, it does tell you how long since your last save. So now, since we didn't find anything, we could just quit out of the game. Trigger an extra loading screen, yes, but this lets us just go right back to where we were, and now all of a sudden we didn't waste that time, and now we could just go back. So I guess we're not going back here until we have the spider ball. Maybe there were psychic platforms. They probably just in the first tower, to be honest. So we'll check those. But yeah, so now we could just load back into here, and now we should be back at Tower 2. And yeah, we didn't spend any time since our last save now, which means, yeah, all of a sudden, less time spent in game, which is nice if you're trying to go for a lower game time. It kind of lets you cheesily check areas, see what is required, and then just ignore everything else. And we'll just use our ball form to skip this part entirely. I think this should lead us to back to 1 now. I do remember we need to take 1 more of these. And after this, in Tower 1 of Volt Voyage, we go down here, and then we can do other stuff. This is also where we need to go to leave the area anyway. So, that's fine. we'll go ahead and grab our next save point here. Alright. I did mean there would still be backtracking, just, I guess, not here as much as I thought. Keep in mind, I'm blind, so I have no idea what to do. Probably the smarter way of doing this is to just play for the game as fast as you possibly can, but still do the scans and stuff first. And then whenever you get all the upgrades, just go like a full check for the entire game, scanning everything to get the rest of the stuff. Alright, oh wait, I'm already kind of moving. Wait, I can check this again now that I know about that. Yeah, okay, I definitely saved. That's how we're going to check if we saved or not, I guess. Well, yeah. I think it's safe to say, that, yeah, we're not going to be checking this right now because, it's that time again. It's the time to end the episode time once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that big boss battle. We finally got the space jump boots back. Or psychic jump boots. Yeah, like if we look at here, psychic boots instead. But yeah, we got that otherwise. Pretty cool. And yeah, we're going to see you guys in the next video where I guess we leave Volt Forge to do other things. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and see you guys in the next video. And until later, see you guys later. Bye.